to Layer the Alchemist, where we discuss all things heavy metal and hard rock, and welcome to another edition of Midweek Maiden. This is where we get together on Wednesdays to discuss Iron Maiden. And for today's video, I'm going to be ranking the songs on the number of the beast. Yeah, I did Peace of Mind, I think, on the last episode of Midweek Maiden, and that was impossible to do. Peace of Mind is my favorite Maiden record. This is certainly right up there in my top 3, top 5. Not easy to do, but let's do it. Okay, all right, the songs we got in play here are side 1, Invaders, Children of the Damned, The Prisoner, 22 Acacia Avenue. Side 2, we got the title track, Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Gangland, Hallowed Be Thy Name. And I'm also going to include in this Total Eclipse, which was the B-side to, I believe, Run to the Hills. It was a B-side to one of their singles. They often say it should have been on the record, that they should have put the band, you know, I've heard Bruce say this, that it should have been put there in place of Gangland. All right, here we go. So that gives us 9 songs with Total Eclipse. I have some probably not so popular opinions on some of these, and I'm going to start with this one, number 9. My least favorite would have been Total Eclipse if it was on this record. I know a lot of people rant and rave about that song, like it should have been on the record, it should have replaced Gangland. It's an amazing song and everything, and I do think it's a good song. I like Bruce's melody in it, but there's just something about it that it reminds me a little bit of like Revelations, but the same kind of feel and everything, but Revelations works much, much better in my opinion. Here, I like it, but it just does seem like it's a little bit lacking for me, and I'm kind of okay, obviously, because I put it at number 9. It's my least favorite out of this group. I'm sort of okay with it not being on the record. I would have liked it if they could have squeezed it in there. I'm not sure where they would have put it. If they had the, you know, time-wise, they could have gotten it on there. You know, back in this day and age, they tried to keep everything, you know, roughly around 40 minutes or less due to the restrictions of vinyl. You know, anything over 20 minutes on a side, you were starting to affect sound quality. But for me, Total Eclipse lands up at the bottom. I know there's people that are going to really disagree with me on that. All right, number 8 then for me is, from my least favorite to favorite, is Gangland. And yes, I like this a little bit more than Total Eclipse, and I like it a little bit more because I like the fast driving and nature of it. The drumming here, Clive Burr. I always loved Clive Burr's playing. I do think that the chorus is pretty cool in it, and there's some cool sort of unique guitar lines in it, but it does come in at number 8 for me because some of the other songs on here are just you know, that much better and that much catchier. Number 7 for me, least favorite to favorite, is Run to the Hills. Now you may say, oh, that's just because you're burnt out on this song, you've heard it too many times. Yeah, that does factor into it, but the sing-songy nature of the chorus sometimes feels a little bit too much for me. I like the verses in it. The intro thing with the drum intro and those guitar harmonies that come in is just totally iconic. Of course, they had a video for it that got played like crazy. But the chorus is a little bit too uplifting for me. I mean, I still like it when you see him play it live or you hear it come on a PA system before a show. It's super cool and I want to sing along and everything. But again, if I got to force myself here and rank these, it's going to come in at number 7 for me. Number 6, 22 Acacia Avenue. I like the vibe and feel of this one. It just feels a little bit long for me at times, like towards the end of the song, but the guitar solos are great in it, so I don't know. I'm not complaining, but it comes in at number 6 for me because I like the other songs just a little bit better. Number 5, The Prisoner. Love the start-stop riff of this one here, you know, the big open spaces, the big drum beat. Here, the way the song starts with the spoken word thing, I think is super cool. The chorus is great and catchy. Love it. Number 4 for me. Now, here's one that a lot of people probably would have put lower on their list, maybe even their least favorite song. I hear a lot of people don't like this song, and I don't know. For me, number 4 is Invaders. I've always liked Invaders. I think it's a cool album intro. The way it comes in with that quick, like, those little bass runs and everything. And the main verse riff there, it's so driving, man. It's just, Oh, I love it. And there's like a bunch of like riff changes in it. I know a lot of people have a trouble with the chorus in it. The Vedas, the way Bruce is jumping in his range. It's sort of the same thing in Quest for Fire off of Peace of Mind. Why a lot of people don't like that, because Bruce is jumping around in his range and the chorus is sort of kind of strange in this song. But that's kind of why I love it. So I've always loved Invaders. I thought it was a great opener. I love to jam on it when I'm playing my bass. So it lands at number 4 for me. Number 3, Children of the Damned. The acoustic guitar thing is so cool at the beginning of this. The way this song builds, the choruses are just Bruce here. He's the new guy in the band at just this point, showing off his range. And he just can't. Some of these things you can maybe picture Paul Di'Anno singing, maybe picture him singing 22 Acacia Avenue, maybe because it's part 2 of Charlotte the Harlot, I don't know. Maybe I could see him singing Gangland, but I cannot see him singing Children of the Damned. That chorus there is just 100% Bruce, and it really shows what Bruce brought to the band, that flexibility there, that he could, the way he does the verse where it's lower in his range, yet it's still really melodic. And then he just opens up and lets the air raid siren cut loose. They're great. The way it goes into the double time at the end of the song is just fantastic. It's a very well-written song that builds very well. All right, number 2 for me is the title track, Number of the Beast. You may say I'm a little burnt out on that, maybe along the lines of Run to the Hills. But for me, this is an epic metal song. The intro, this spoken word thing, every metalhead can recite that in their sleep. The intro thing there with the odd meter guitar riff there. Bruce's scream there is one of the greatest screams in heavy metal. When the song kicks in, it's just so driving. The chorus of it is epic. Total fist in the air. When they play it live, when it comes on before a show, everybody's singing along. Love the guitar solo things and that the breakdowns there where the band's all locked in and everything. It's a great song, and it's one of those songs that, I've heard it a million times, but I still like it when I hear it. I don't skip over it when I'm listening to the record. Sometimes I skip over Run to the Hills. I never skip over Number of the Beast. I think it's a legendary, classic, all-time great heavy metal song. So it comes in at number 2 for me, which of course now leaves Hallowed Be Thy Name. It's the epic on the record. Steve, firing on all cylinders here with his songwriting during this era of the band. Such a well-written song. I'm a sucker for bells, so that bell at the beginning here, those guitars playing that descending line, it's so moody. Bruce with his delivery here at the beginning, those verses, and then the way the song builds, everything, it starts chugging along, those lines where the whole band is in unison, just great. It's got all... It's so well done, and I mean, Steve Harris mentions this, that when he does a lot of these little guitar lines that he comes up with, he designs them in mind for people to be able to sing along with them. It's almost like there's no language barrier with these guitar lines. It doesn't matter what language you speak, everybody can go, whoa, everybody knows how to do that. And it's sort of the brilliance of his songwriting, and what makes Iron Maiden so appealing is not only do they have fantastic choruses, very catchy riffs, but it's these hooks in these guitar melodies that they do that are, to me, is just that extra special thing that really takes it over the top. And this is just another song that's it's so well written. It builds so well when it goes into that double time part. Man, it's just awesome. The song builds great, and then at the end there's this big climactic hit, and that repeated guitar line over the top. It's so epic, so well done. The lyrics are fantastic. Everybody's performance on the song is great. Bruce is amazing. The guitar solos and the harmonies in it, just amazing. Everything about it. It's just a fantastic song. One of my favorite Iron Maiden songs, and it's my favorite song on Number of the Beast. All right, there you go. Let me know if you agree or disagree with me. What do you guys think of Total Eclipse? What do you think of Invaders? Put your list down below, your least favorite to favorite here on Number of the Beast. And until we see you again, make sure you rock hard, ride free, stay heavy, stay metal, and up the irons.